What is up, people? If you know my favorite channel on YouTube, it's FitTuber. And he's recently released another video called Science Behind Indian Rituals. It's this one right here. I'm gonna react to that and give my comments. I seriously hope he doesn't copyright strike this video. I've only seen some 20% of this video. You can see the red bar here. But yeah, the rest of the video is completely unseen by me. So you're gonna see my fresh reaction to it, but let's have a look. So I'm recording this after having watched the whole video. So I finished my recording my reaction already, but I think I need to give this disclaimer that some of what I'm about to say might sound very harsh to people who are fans of YouTuber and who haven't heard of me or seen me for the first or maybe first few times, who don't like my channel. The reason for that is some of what he's saying is just sounds like such nonsense, and his audience is not able to figure that out. So all these thoughts frustrate me a lot, and in response I might be harsh in places, but please know that I'm not saying this out of hate towards FitTuber or anyone else in his audience or any of these rituals, but calling them scientific is problematic because that leads to a lot of other problems. The entire nation, his audience, starting with his audience and anyone who's ever seen his videos, the entire nation's scientific temper goes down because of all this, and that leaves people open to scams of all sorts. We saw Patanjali and Baba Ramdev with that coronal scam during the pandemic, and lots of other, you have Babas in India, and there are lots of cults. So the context that you have to look at all this in makes me so frustrated that it's very hard for me not to be harsh at these ideas. But yeah, with that said, that's what I want to say over here. But with that said, let's get into the video. How is he able to play this? This is copyrighted music. It's from that movie Kantara. How is he able to play the song without getting a strike? Hey, wait a second. New products. Silver plated puja. What the fuck? You can do this now on YouTube? Okay, interesting. Maybe I'll do that.
In this video, we will discuss 10
He does this almost like very poorly written skits in the beginning. Like, where is the starting? Where is the ending? Where is the middle? Okay, I don't want to critique his writing here. I only want to critique the science.
Practiced inside the temple, which are often termed as superstitious, but surprisingly have a smart logic behind them.
You can rationalize any logic to any superstition. Let's see.
Without any further delay, let's get started. Hello friends, welcome to FitTuber. Often it's asked, if God is everywhere, then why do you worship the idols? Well, the human mind is such that it forms thoughts according to what it sees. So a God's image definitely reminds one of the good qualities. Secondly, the Upanishads clearly mention.
How is that scientific or logical, bro? Like, okay, you're just saying something. If we assume that's true, then fine. You're begging the question, sort of. But okay.
Mention that God is everywhere.
Yeah, Upanishads. Appealing to the authority of the Upanishads. Assuming that that is evidence for what you say. Yeah.
However, it is also a fact that it is easier to concentrate on an object than everywhere. Basically, one can study in the middle of a traffic
Is that a fact? I don't know.
jam as well, although it's easy to study in a library. The same is true regarding idol worship as well. Mind you, these idols are not merely stone statues. In fact, an elaborate process of pran pratishtha,
Elaborate process of pran pratishtha. What is that? Infuse divine energy. What is that?
which includes chanting of Vedic mantras, is done to infuse divine energy within the idol.
What do you mean by divine energy?
This process is so intense that the mirror breaks as soon as the idol's eyes are uncovered. Why do we offer hair to God?
How do you think that trick is done? I'm not sure yet, but I'll have to see. But how do you think that trick is done. Either way, to assume that there is something supernatural or divine happening there is a huge leap in logic, dude. Like, unless there's evidence, how can you say that? How can you jump to the assumption that this is because of something supernatural or divine?
God. Why not nails? Well, hair is often associated with pride. Hair has a huge role to play in making us look good.
I'm going bald, bro. My pride is going.
So much so that some people after hair loss feel low and stressed about it.
I'm not stressed one bit though.
This is also why offering hair to God is considered as an act of self-sacrifice.
Because people are proud about their hair.
It is an amazing practice of detachment from this body which is bound to die one day. Often the temple authorities use the donated hair to make wigs and hair extensions which are then sold to raise funds for the temple's charitable activities.
Lots of money, dude. Those wigs, human hair is very expensive apparently. So temples make a lot of money doing this.
Have you wondered why often the temples are built at an elevated place? Was it just to make them difficult to reach? Well, it's partly true. People coming for God's darshan should climb the hill, which is a tedious task. This instills in them that knowing God isn't a cakewalk. Then this walking all the way to the temple was a good form of physical exercise.
See, I've seen this much of the video and I don't think he's saying anything scientific. He's just rationalizing different superstitions or different traditions or rituals with whatever logic he can conjure up, and that's what he's doing. But let's watch the whole video and see if he talks about any science.
Obviously, at higher altitude, the air is also cleaner. Not many know, although in olden days, temples were not
The air is cleaner?
just a place of worship. In fact, the temple acted as a safe house during times like floods and even provided people with food. Why we do parikrama? Have you noticed people walking circles around the deity? What could be the rationale behind this? Well, we know that planets revolve around the
Yeah, we didn't know this when the temples first came, right?
sun, while the sun exerts a pull on these planets, else they will be lost in the space. In the same way, when we circumambulate around the deity, we accept that he is the supreme controller while everything revolves around him.
Logical connection he's trying to draw.
We also pray while doing parikrama that he keeps a pull towards himself so that we are not lost in material pleasures of life.
Praying is the pulling. There comes the pulling.
Moreover, one can notice that parikrama is always done in clockwise direction. This way, the idol is always at the right, reminding us that God is always right. You must have noticed that all
it's an English word, right? Right is an English word. The reason you just gave, that God is always right, that pun is only possible in English. It's not possible in any other language. So what, the people who made temples knew English?
temples have bells. When we enter a temple, the first thing that catches our eye is the bell. Well, these bells were carefully made in such a way that when they produce a sound, it creates a unity in the left and right parts of our brains.
That's so vague. What is he saying? Unity in the... What is meant by unity in the right and left hemispheres?
The bell was made using an amalgamation of several metals based on precise scientific calculation that the moment we ring the bell, it produces a sharp...
He's just throwing around words like precise scientific calculation. Like, what is it? Just show something, some evidence, something to convince people.
And enduring sound that lasts for a minimum of 7 seconds. The duration of the echo is good enough to stimulate all the 7 chakras in our body.
Chakras are absolute pseudoscience. I believe all my audience knows that.
No wonder that sound of ringing bells feels so calming. You must have seen temple priests
Isn't that subjective, bro?
tying red thread or molly on the wrists. What is it for? Well, according to human anatomy, there are 72,000 veins and almost every major nerves pass on to other body parts from the wrist. If
Is he confusing nerve and blood vessel?
only a small amount of weight is placed on the wrist, it activates the nerve centers in that area, which results in improved blood circulation.
He is confusing nerve and blood vessel. The nerves don't carry blood, bro.
Ayurvedic scriptures propound that Molly helps prevent us from heart related issues, blood pressure, and paralysis. Also, women wear Molly on the left while men wear it on their right. This is to get in tune with their feminine and masculine elements. Why
All of what you're saying is religious ideas and nothing, there's no science or logic in any of them.
are mantras chanted in a temple? Every sound has its energy. A mantra is basically a sound formula that is carefully formed by stringing together certain selected sounds which when properly pronounced gives rise to a distinct vibration. In a study it was found that the recitation of Gayatri mantra produces 110,000 harmonious sound waves per second.
Wait, what? 110 harmonious sound waves per second. Where is he getting this? And that sounds like 110,000 hertz. Human hearing is 20 hertz to 20 kilohertz, right? Is this above human hearing? What's he saying? I bet the source is full of pseudoscience if it says this.
Gayatri mantra produces 110,000 harmonious sound waves per second. Today, research has proven that these Sanskrit mantras have the ability to influence our breathing pattern in a specific manner, causing profound calming.
I made a video on this. This is called the Sanskrit effect. I made video on this before. I'll link that below.
Effect on the mind and the nervous system. Our ancestors advised various tools for us to connect with higher energy, and mantra is one such tool. Why do temples offer Charnamrit? What's so special about this water? Charnamrit is often water with some basil leaves in it. Now it is an established fact that water has memory.
How is it an established fact? How is it an established fact? If I link it below also, but I made videos on the pseudoscience behind water memory, the faulty research papers that try to establish water has memory, and the people behind this idea of water memory. I'll link that video below.
Imbibes the energy of the surroundings. Since Charnamrit runs through the deity's body and is collected from the feet, it infuses in itself the divine energy from the deity.
For a long time, back when I used to go to temples, I used to drink this water not knowing it's used to wash the idols.
When we consume this charged up water, our whole body and mind is nourished by the divine vibrations and we feel an instant calm.
I hope you're getting pseudoscience red flags everywhere, divine vibrations, and you saw the VFX right now, right? What is this?
This is also exactly the science behind offering bhog to the deity. Any food which comes in contact with the divine vibration turns into prasad. This is why if we eat after offering food to God, not only it helps us become humble, but also the food we eat is now qualified to be called prasad, which will
divine vibrations are in the food.
Nourish our mind positively. Why is Aarti done in temples? We all have attended an Aarti. Is it just a waste of time? Well, it's deeper than that. Consider a small kid who buys gift for his father using
These are all FitTuber. The old guy and it's all filters. Nice.
his father's money. Father is mesmerized with tears of joy in his eyes. Similarly, Aarti is an act of offering the gifts given by the god back to God. According to scriptures, there are 5 gross elements and 3 subtle elements in the nature. When we perform Aarti,
Wait, I know what they are. Earth, fire, wind, water, and space are the 5 gross elements, and the subtle elements are Vata, Pitta, Kapha, I assume.
Earth element is represented by the incense sticks, flowers, etc. The fire elements by the diya, air element by fanning, water element by water itself, and the ether element is represented by the sound from the conch shell. Now the 3 subtle elements are the mind, intelligence, and false ego.
Oh man, I got it wrong. Man, Buddhi, and
Mind is
Ahankara.
represented by chanting, intelligence by concentrating on the God's image, and ego is represented by the selfless devotion by which
You do realize he's saying random shit. X is represented by Y. That is done by doing this. He's just randomly saying things. Like, show some evidence.
person does the Aarti. No wonder this is why our ancestors encouraged that one participate in the Aarti daily as a practice to stay humble and devoted. Why cow is considered holy? Cow is the symbol of selfless service, consistently providing milk regardless of how you
No other animals consistently provide milk, right? And it's only consistently providing milk because it's consistently made to produce calves
Ancient
artificially.
sages recognized the unique benefits of cow milk, noting its ability to produce vitamin D and its sattvic
Dude, we only learned about vitamin D like around the 1900s.
effect on the mind. Beyond milk,
What
cow
is this
dung and
sattvic
urine also have medicinal properties.
Oh my
Our
god.
scriptures honor the cow as a motherly figure. Some yogis even sustain solely on cow's milk, a testament to its nutritional completeness.
Milk does have a lot of good nutrition. Like babies can survive only on mother's milk for months, right? So, yeah, I'm not surprised by any of that. That doesn't prove that cow milk is this superfood, right?
Harmonious relationship with cow. You take milk from her and in return take good care of her. However, modern commercial practices often exploit this gentle creature, which is concerning. So these were common temple rituals.
Yeah, I agree with that last part, but that's the video, and yeah, there's absolutely no science. Wait, I'll just watch till the end, but I might not keep that in the final video.
This also gives us a glimpse about how thoughtful and far-sighted our ancestors were in designing various rituals and customs for the
An old couple, those are ancestors.
holistic well-being of us and our environment. Another Indian tradition has been to get a hair oil massage. True hair oil makes that much easier. That's because true hair oil comes with true heater.
Sponsor. Okay, that's all I have to say about this. Basically, the conclusion is that obviously there is absolutely no science in the entire video, or any logic that he's talking about makes a lot of assumptions. So it's only there in his head, or the heads of people who already believe this. I'm not surprised by the fact that there's no science here, but yeah, cool. See you.